What's up, Dolphin Nation? What's up, Finstock family? What's up, NFL fans? New Miami Dolphin wide receiver and free agent pickup in the 2026 season is looking to revive his career as he was drafted in 2021 or 2022. I can't recall right now. I'll tell you exactly when he was drafted in a little bit. But he's been struggling the last couple of years to stay healthy and put up big numbers. So can this wide receiver revive his career in Miami? And the receiver I'm talking about is Jalen Tolbert. Let's go ahead and read the article from the Sun Sentinel, and then I'll discuss some of his stats and let you know my opinion and thoughts if he can actually revive his career. Currently, he is slated as the number 2 receiver for the Miami Dolphins since the trade of Jaylen Waddle, with the number 1 receiver being Tutu Atwell. And the article is titled, "Can New Dolphins wide receiver Jalen Tolbert revive 2024 form with the opportunity in Miami?" This article was written by David Veronis of the Sun Sentinel. In the past few weeks, the Miami Dolphins receiving corps has lost a Jaylen and picked up another Jaylen. No, it wouldn't be fair to expect new free agent wide receiver Jalen Tolbert to make up for the production of former first-round pick Jaylen Waddle, who was traded to the Denver Broncos last week. But Tolbert, as he comes over from the Dallas Cowboys, has been a capable pass catcher in the league at 6 foot, as a 6'1" target who can stretch the field. In 2024, he elevated himself to go for 610 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns in his third season as a third-round pick out of South Alabama. The only problem was a dip occurred in a critical contract season for Tolbert. He had just 18 receptions for 203 yards and 1 touchdown last season, and even was a healthy scratch for the Cowboys in a few games. Tolbert explained why the back and forth occurred in his first interview with the media members who covered the Dolphins last week. "I would say my success in 2024 was honestly the start of the season was kind of slower, but when Brandon Cooks went out, he was the 2, and I had about 7 or 8 games where I could really get touches, get targets, involved more in the offense," Tolbert said. Obviously, Dak Prescott went down that year as well, and I had built some chemistry with Cooper Rush. Cooper trusted me. CeeDee Lamb went down that year, so it was just a lot of stuff and that kind of happened around me that put me in position to be able to get more targets and get more opportunities and get more touches. By last season, the Cowboys acquired George Pickens in a trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and his Pro Bowl season of 1,429 yards had a domino effect on Tolbert. This past season, not that I don't do the same stuff, I think we just added a piece in GP, who's a great receiver. Obviously, we have tight end Jake Ferguson, who got paid, our top tight end, and so we had a lot of pieces on offense between me, GP, CeeDee Lamb, Fonte, Turpin. Like, it's a lot of guys that want to get involved, Tolbert said. "We're all competitors. Everybody wants to get involved. Everybody has a role. And so my role last season wasn't touching the ball the whole time. That was more so Lamb and Pickens' role. And I was doing the dirty work and kind of just opening up and getting what I could get. I don't think it was necessarily a drop-off. Like, I lost anything. It's just more so the opportunities were coming my way. I had to try to make the most of the ones that did come my way. And it's part of it. If it truly comes down to opportunity for Tolbert, there should be an abundance of what of it with the Dolphins. Miami released Tyreek Hill, Nick Westbrook-Akini while trading away Jaylen Waddle. Tolbert's competition for wide receiver targets include fellow free agent Tutu Atwell and returning wideouts Malik Washington and Taj Washington and Theo Weeks Jr. Of course, the Dolphins will surely bring in a wide receiver or two among their 11 picks in next month's draft. I'm just looking forward for the new opportunity, fresh start to go and get back to that 2024 season and more. And the guy that I was in college, Tolbert, said. At 6'1", he has height on the Washingtons. Malik, who figures to contribute in the slot, and Atwell, Weeks, and Terrence Marshall Jr., who will also vie for a roster spot, have something more similar to Tolbert's catch radius. Tolbert mentioned that as one of his strengths, along with body control and the ability to get downfield as a high point catch. The newcomer from Dallas admitted he was surprised when Waddle was traded a week after he was brought in. Definitely say I was surprised, Tolbert said. We're competitors, and honestly, like I said, I've been in the league for 4 years now. I do know that it's always the next man up mentality. It's just another opportunity for myself and the other guys in the room to get more opportunities, get more touches, or whatever it may be, earn more playing time. I just look forward to getting down there and getting to work with the guys that are in the room. Tolbert has already been in the building, building immediate chemistry with new Dolphins quarterback Malik Willis since signing with Miami. He has run routes for him as Willis trains with his personal passing coach in Jacksonville, as seen in social media video unveiled days ago. So he just wants to get more touches and have a similar season in the 2024 season. Right now, I would say he's the number one on the number two wide receiver. But like David Furones said, there's going to be at least one or two receivers being drafted in the NFL draft. I mentioned a couple prospects in previous videos of targets I would like the Dolphins to target at, but we'll see what happens. Let me go ahead and discuss some of his career stats. Tolbert was drafted in 2022. He's going into his fifth season. Well, he's going into his fourth season actually. Round 3, pick 88, and the Dallas Cowboys were the ones that drafted him. He's 6'1", 195 pounds. Out of South Alabama, age 27. Still on the young side, so he still can develop some more. Last season stats: 18 receptions, 203 yards, 11.3 average, 1 touchdown. Long was 35. Career stats so far going into year 4: 91 receptions, 1,093 yards, 12.0 average, 10 touchdowns. Long 48 and 1 lost fumble. 1 fumble and 1 lost fumble. So that's it. Let me know what you think. Is he going to be the number 2, the number 3 receiver? Are we going to draft the number 1 receiver? Or are we going to draft the number 1 and a number 2 receiver and make him a 3 or 4 receiver? Because Tutu Atwell is going to be in the slot. That's 100% for sure. Let me know what you think. Is he going to be able to revive his career? Leave it down in the comments for me. And do you think he's just part of the rebuild? Or is he going to be around for a while? Or are we going to see speedsters with his length eventually come to Miami, but being drafted by the new regime of Jeff Halfway and John Eric Sullivan? Let me know what you think. And like always, stay positive, stay on your grind, and go Dolphins.